right, y'all. We back. True News and Reviews, giving you another one. It's your boy Rob.
Yes, Ja here, man. We got to go in and talk about your boy back crack 100, backtracking on the Fat Joe disrespect. Now he acting like they all friends and everything is cool. So every time we could tell the story from the person's mouth, we try to do that. So we'll give it to you from
Point of
Wax
view.
mouth,
But
starting
before, yeah, but before we get into that, y'all make sure y'all help us out, get us to 1,000 subscribers. If you like the content, make sure you hit the like button, man. It's free. You know, we try to be up to date with what's going on and give it to you firsthand.
Damn right. Let's at least try to be objective. Let's hear what he's saying. We gonna get into some context and
Yeah, even
how
though
we
we
got
on,
here,
yeah,
but
yeah,
let's hear what he
we'll
got
get
to say
to
first.
that. Let's go.
Yo, listen, a lot going on about this Big Pun situation. Wack standing up to Fat Joe. I've never had a conversation with Fat Joe about Big Pun and business of Big Pun or nothing like that. Last time I seen Fat Joe, we was at Prime 112, 25 deep, and he covered the whole bill. You know, that's Game's friend. He been my friend. Shout out to Cool and Drake. So all whatever was going on prior to, I wasn't privy to that knowledge. What I do know is Big Pun's wife came to see me, Liza, told me she was looking for a situation that would be healthy for her. You know, Big Pun, I feel like it's part of the culture. Like it's Big Pun. The story needs to be told. You know what I mean? So what I did do was line up a situation that was healthy for her, something that would happen. I reached out to my people, my team. They pushed the button and they greenlit the project. So there's definitely a Big Pun series coming. I just want to kill the narrative like it was some type of issue with Wack and Big Pun, and I mean Wack and Fat Joe behind Big Pun. Fat Joe ain't never mentioned to me he got an issue with Pun or issue with nobody. And you know, as far as I'm concerned, he want to see Pun win and his family win. You know, the Fat Joe I know. So let's kill that narrative. Fat Joe's a friend of mine. Shit, he might be out here. Fat Joe on Road Aloud? He might be on motherfucking Road Aloud. I run into him out here somewhere. But nevertheless, long story short, let's kill the narrative. Wack stood up to Fat Joe. Shout out to Fat Joe, the whole KAR family, my nigga over there. You know, they know who I'm talking to.
When he says you know who I'm talking about, he's talking about Charlie Rock from Terror Squad was the one who was saluting Wack for standing up to Fat Joe, and then Wack, as you can hear, is rejecting that. Like that's not the narrative, but he's acting as if the media is running away with a narrative when he didn't accuse Fat Joe of robbing Big Pun's family.
Right, he actually did say that. He actually said that Big Pun's family was supposed to get 1.4 million and they didn't get that. So to hear this,
But before that, he said that Fat Joe stole 4 million from him, and then he recanted and said it was
he's supposed to
30%
get
that
30%.
30% that equaled up to what you were saying. So go ahead.
So how I look at this situation with Wack, I feel like Wack is an opportunist. You know, he definitely know how to manipulate situations, but he know that that beef is gonna sell. So by him even having people thinking that it's a motive that is beef, it's just good for him. It's good for his brand.
We're seeing a pattern with Wack. He sees people beefing and he puts himself in this situation and finds a way to monetize from it. Even if he has to fake a fight, even if he has to lie by
act like he want to
omission,
fight. Yeah.
he'll make up facts if he has to. Hey, there's a lot of times where he even tells the truth, but at the end of the day, he's gonna create content. He's an instigator content creator. You feel me? That's his lane. And he's winning. He's winning. That's why he rules the gutter of YouTube.
Yeah, it's a trashy way to just. It's no class to how he handling himself. To me,
It's
it's like
entertaining though. I
it's
mean, there's no
entertaining.
rules in. You told me that there's no rules in hip hop. You know, we remember when we was talking about battle rapping, and you was like,
Yeah.
"Man, it ain't nothing that's too disrespectful." When it comes to what Wack 100 is doing, it's no rules for him. who's gonna hold him accountable for not following some rules? Who's the gatekeeper that's gonna tell him
Right.
this is
It ain't the
this is out of
slums is dirty and already chaos anyway. So it's like you can do whatever when people ain't living. You know, when they got a mindset about things, you can just cater to that. And that's what he's doing. He
how
catering
you
to the bullshit.
real talk? How you feel about the do you think that this is going to cause beef between him and Fat Joe, or is he just setting the record straight? Could he really say, "Listen, I ain't mean no disrespect. I mean, we got the paperwork that you robbed Big Pun's family, but you my dog. I'm just kind of
Nah, that's not something you don't speak in those terms how he spoke with somebody that's your friend. Even if you
yeah.
saying it now, hey, you my friend, you don't cross them lines with somebody, especially when it's doing with somebody that's dead. You don't cross them kind of lines with somebody that's a friend. So to me, if he was friends with Big Pun, what he did was out of
Or Fat
bounds.
Joe, you mean? If he
Fat
was
Joe,
friends with
yeah,
Fat
yeah. If he
Joe,
was
yeah.
friends with Fat Joe, how he's going on and saying Fat Joe owed him some money is, yeah, you disrespected a friendship. You know what I
Hon-
mean? In my eyes.
Honestly, I think you're right because he could have let Liza say that. Big Pun's widow. He could have let
Mm.
her say that. He could be like, "Listen, dog, she want to tell her truth. The words and the views of Liza don't necessarily represent everybody that's back in the project. This is her interpretation of the facts, how she see it."
Hmm.
He didn't have to put that extra sauce on it,
But I
but
think by him doing that, it marketed his brand. You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah,
oh, Whack 100 beefing with New York now. It's like he got the perfect narrative to what the streets was already kind of saying, like you don't like New Yorkers. So it was like,
man, New York is beefing with New York. I can't put that on Wack. Wasn't it New York people who came with the fake paperwork about Fat Joe snitching, and then it was found out that the paperwork was fake. I don't know if Cuban Link counts as a New York dude, but I guess the paperwork came from Star, who's a New
yeah,
York,
and
New
Cuban
Jersey
Link
dude,
apologized
and
for
and
it.
and then Star said he got the paperwork from Five Mics. I don't know where I don't know the origin of the fake paperwork. We know ultimately it was determined that the paperwork was fake. So he's like I said, there's a pattern. He just sees a beef and puts himself in the middle of it. And this was a perfect
Hmm.
opportunity, especially with the documentary. Are you excited about the documentary coming out?
Yeah, I'm actually, I want to know a little bit more about Pun. I wouldn't be opposed to checking it out. I actually think what Wack did was pretty good, man. This was a good opportunist situation that he could put himself in the middle of and
I
make
think the
some ends.
documentary is going to be good. I'm excited about it because Wack is a legend that his wife is even going to admit to cheating. A lot of people think that Cuban Link is the person that she cheated with, and that's how he got cut or beat up by somebody or something like that. That's what they're saying on the digital streets. But Wax is saying that he's debunking that rumor, and Liza actually admitted who she slept with in the documentary. So he says that she's telling the good, the bad, and the ugly, and I'm excited. I want to know what's going on. I mean, we always heard that Big Pun was kicking her ass too. So there's gonna be some talk about that. And Big Pun's son is rapping right now, so hopefully this will put some shine on what he's
And he
doing
could get
because
a deal
he's a
because he
decent
was
ass
spitting.
rapper.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I heard
he's
him. He was
spitting.
spitting. He was spitting.
And honestly, Wack ain't the only one to accuse Fat Joe of robbing Big Pun's family because um they it's been interviews that Lights has done with Hip Hop Underground, and they say Fat Joe and Jelly Bean robbed the publishing from Liza, or Big Pun's attorney is saying that she's owed like at least 2 million. So, you know,
Mm.
I can see how Fat Joe would feel offended by this, especially if it's not true. Because how I see it is, even if I fuck with you, if you start fucking with too many people who I don't fuck with, eventually it's gonna be fuck you too, right?
Yeah,
Ain't that
that's
how
just
it
the way
goes?
it
So
goes.
yeah, so I don't know how their relationship is gonna. And I think Wack 100 is smart enough to know that, and maybe he's just kind of throwing that red meat out there. Like he's just positioning himself to be able to beef. Now it looks like, nigga, I'm just trying to help your friend's family, nigga. Like, why you mad at me? All I'm trying to do is make sure your friend's family is eating. You know what I'm saying? You mad at me? She the one who said it. So he's putting himself in a good position to win the the court of popular
Public
opinion.
opinion. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
So,
think though Fat Joe needs to respond. He needs to say something about this. He been quiet a couple of days, but he got his little podcast. I think he gonna have
oh yeah, he gonna wait till he's in a
to
position to
drop something
monetize
on that.
from it.
That's smart.
Yeah, I think
You
that's how he
know,
gonna handle that.
but we got to hear what he's saying about this because we got to hear him clarify. You know, do you owe them money? You know, did you pay them? You know, he needs to speak up and clear his name because this ain't looking good on his brand. You know.
Yeah, yeah. And I even heard Wack um say on Clubhouse earlier that he doesn't allow fake narratives to live or something like that, and even if it's bad, right, he'll talk about it. I just want to point out that this is a guy who faked the whole fight with Sharp. They even had fake footage that they was going to put out, and they conspired to do this together. And then
Wait,
he
hold on. You
said,
seen that? Is that factual
"No,
or
that's
did you?
what Wack 100 told academics out of his own mouth." So I'm
Right.
this is a question. So and
Well, you
then
know,
on
we
top of,
can't believe everything we say out
but
his mouth. But go
I'm
ahead.
saying this is what he's alleging. So we'll
Right.
keep it there. Let me clean it up. Wack alleges that he conspired
Hmm.
with Sharp to fake a fight. We've never seen the footage from the fight, but he said that he was pulling fake footage from the internet. Then he says that he got rid of that narrative because Sharp was suggesting that he knocked Wack out, and Wack was saying, "Well, you went too far with it, with the fake narrative. I can't have people thinking that you knocked me out." So what I'm trying to say is that whole thing about he doesn't allow fake narratives to survive, whether it's good or bad about him, we know that's not
That's a
true. So
lie.
we don't,
Right.
yeah, we this whole like thing about, oh yeah, me and Fat Joe is really friends. I don't know if I'm even buying that. You know what I'm saying? That's where I really want to close off
Right.
on that.
Right. We can't really, he's a master manipulator, man. He's trying to manipulate the game and, he's getting money, but it's just, I can't believe everything he says, man, because
Nah.
he don't be standing on what he be saying. The more he be talking, I'm realizing that. Oh, he
Yeah,
just
even you
be,
brought this story to my attention, and I tried to avoid it, but you gotta. Wack is just in this space where he made it so you can't avoid him, and we have to address it. And it's like the reason why I am hesitant to even open up them things when Wack get to talk. Cause it's like, man, am I in the mood to hear this nigga lie to me right now? Cause Wack
right.
always get on this clubhouse and on this YouTube and just
He'll be
spin
telling the
shit.
truth sometimes, but
Sometimes he does, and I
yeah.
give him that too. And he's gangster, you know what I'm saying? But damn, you never know with him. So that's all we got on that, really. I guess we'll wrap it up about that. But please get in the comments. Let us know if we got it wrong.
Yep.
Let, let,
Yep.
let your feelings be known. And don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe and help us get to 1,000 subs. We already at about damn near 860, ain't it? So
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
final push could just put us over there. We'd appreciate that.
Yeah, for sure, man. So hey, we're gonna catch y'all in the next one.